Hello everyone and welcome back to DmC Devil May Cry. So yeah, last episode, like, it was to be expected, the fucking game broadcasting, just because Wi-Fi sucks, just fucking said screw it. And yeah, I basically went through the secret door, did it, and then I simply said, I can't do it if I can't, and I didn't have the patience to stream it again, so I said fuck it. The good thing about one thing I will say about this game though is when you actually quit a mission, it puts you to
Okay,
the last
so
checkpoint.
what else have you got?
To the last checkpoint. Oh yeah, I forgot. We gotta play through this shit. Yes, I already did the secret door, so I don't have to do it again. But yeah, this time I'm gonna do the. Yeah, this time I'm gonna get. So this is mission 2. I'm gonna get from here and try and get to 5 and get to the 5th mission. So 3 missions.
Sparta!
Oh, look,
They're here! They're here! They found us!
What the hell happened here?
We've got to get out. Now! Hurry! Come on, quickly!
Yeah, that's right, because he has this stupid, what was it, amnesia problem, or they hid his past or whatever. He doesn't know a goddamn thing about what happened here. Even though if I were to, I mean, it doesn't take a fucking genius to figure it out. Yeah. Oh, it's a shielded one of you. Fucking idiot killed himself. Literally, that one demon who jumped to his death.
Come on. How did they find us?
I know that voice.
Yeah, 'cause it's your mom. Just piece it together, numbnuts. You got it. It'll take a fucking genius to figure it out.
Is that... Mom?
Mm-hmm. It's a dead giveaway with the necklace. There you go.
I love you, Dante.
Fucking demons.
Oh yeah, it's like, remember how in the old canon, Dante's mother was human? Well, guess what? There, like, one thing I do think that was interesting, but could have been done better. You'll see. So you know how we have demon weapons? Guess what? We're gonna have new weapons. Yep, we got a sight, and it's an angel weapon. So we basically have angel weapons and demon weapons.
It gets better and better.
You! Get after her! Down there! Cover the doors! Move!
Yeah, now we have a scythe we can cut through these things.
Get away from me!
Lost soul, red orbs, or red orb clusters.
Hello.
Hello again, gangster. Welcome to the cringe that will soon unfold before our eyes. I will always say I hated the way that he made Dante in this, where he's like a. At times it makes it seem like he's a goddamn idiot. In the old canon, Dante made many things in the old canon, but he was not fucking stupid. He knew exactly what the hell he was doing.
You love this game or not, I can't understand.
Cool.
No, well, look, the thing is, there are aspects of this game I do think are cool, but then there are aspects of it that I fucking despise because of how frickin' much it merely is a way to basically say, oh, look at how cool your version of Dante is cool, which is dorky cool, but ours is cool because he's got edge, and he's got angst, and he's got, bad boy side, stupid shit like that. Where it's like, yeah, but you also made him so dated because of how fucking, cliche that fucking character trope is. And he's like, you basically just made an edgelord character minus the nuance and the actual, motivation for being this way. Although they do give it to him, although it's rather half-assed in my opinion.
A blue rose.
Oh yeah, and the fact that he also does not have white hair from the very beginning, but Virgil all of a sudden does, which they still do not explain even after the game is over.
You don't remember me. You don't remember me. You don't remember me.
And it's just so inconsistent. One thing I do like about the game, I'll list 5 things I like. The music is solid. Gameplay, while it's slow, it definitely has some uniqueness to it. I like some of the interesting mechanics with the pulling, the pulling enemies both close to you, and then what we're about to demonstrate in this one, where it's the opposite effect of pulling, where you get pulled to them, and you basically pull yourself to them and not pull them to you.
I hate Dante in DmC Devil May Cry because he's so stupid, but I love Virgil in DmC Devil May Cry.
Well, okay, here's the thing I'm going to say about Dante. I hate his characterization because it just doesn't make sense, because he seems like an absolute fucking dumbass who clearly doesn't pay enough attention, to the things that really need to be paying attention. Oh yeah, here's the other pulling mechanic. And yeah, when it comes to Virgil, trust me, you're going to see a lot of stupid elements and weird, dumb decisions he makes that ultimately kind of make his ideal ulterior motive kind of on the nose, and it's like, oh, he's kind of evil. But it's like, yeah, but at the end of the day, it's like, I don't know, trust me, there's a lot of elements about his character that, plus he has no real motivation, other than he wants to save the world and basically rule it at that point. He has no real personality or, ambition other than, oh, he doesn't have the whole power motivation, because remember, he lost everything because he wasn't strong enough in the old canon, and that's why he's obsessed with getting stronger and obtaining more power, so that way he never has to lose anything again.
What level is this?
2. I have to make it to 5. I have to make it to 5 levels of this shit. 5 missions of this goddamn game. And yesterday I was going to do that, but then the Wi-Fi, bitched out, and then I got stuck, so, yeah.
Nice. Nice.
fucking serious? I've done that before. Oh, now it works.
What am I unleashing?
Virgil Classic Series. Where is Dante? Dante DMC Devil May Cry.
Dante.
Me Dante Virgil. No you.
Release you.
Emoji big smile.
Yeah, that's about the long and short of it. Honestly, yeah. Oh, I think I dropped my wallet. What is that? Oh boy, what is it? The suspense is killing me. Mother. Father.
DMC Devil May Cry has so boring weapons.
I remember.
In terms of designs.
I remember my mother. Her name was Eva.
Oh, now you remember.
She gave this to me.
Yes.
I had a brother too.
Who had white hair, which still is not explained.
We were a
Symbolism.
family. I had no idea of the danger we were in. The demons found us.
Wow, great effect there.
When they broke in, I saw him. She gave her life so that we could escape. I will never forget what he did to her.
Oh boy, aren't you all hot and bothered by the
Our father,
way your
Sparta.
performance is?
Took my brother and I away.
Okay.
He separated us. Hid us safely amongst the humans.
Why Sparta want
Wiped
Ava
our
me?
memories to
I don't
protect us.
FT know.
That's why it all went black. Until now.
Because why not? Because in the original canon, he fell in love with a human, and that's basically what gave him his devotion to humanity. Was through her he saw, you know, I'm sure, like the hope, basically, of the species and whatnot. And essentially, in this one, it's apparently said, oh yeah, he just slept with an angel, and I guess that's why. It's never explained, and fucking pisses me off because of it.
I talking about DMC Devil May Cry.
That's what I'm referring to as well. It's like they never explain why Eva and Sparta in this game hook up. They never explain what made them attracted to another. They just said, oh, he's a demon, she's an angel.
I'm getting out of here.
Oh, it's forbidden love. And it's like, okay, and more context, please.
Keep going! You're my brother.
Your twin brother. And I've been looking for you for a long time now. Our mother gave these to us. I think she knew that this moment would come, that we would find each other.
And our father, Sparta?
Banished forever. A fate worse
Sparta
than death,
know
they
this
say.
is bad idea, but he King
He's never
one day
coming
the
back.
cool motivation for love, emoji happy tears.
I want to know more. Where we come from, what happened to us. And above all, I want to know who's responsible for all this.
Pretty much yes, that is not at all surprising if that was the thought process.
I mean, it's a stupid thought process to think, yeah, I know it's wrong and I might get killed, but I gotta get laid, and she just speaks to me, and it's like, god damn it, it's like, that is so stupid. It makes your whole character just seem ridiculously blinded in that moment. Oh yeah, and a fate worse than death. Bondage gear. I'm being held in bondage gear. That's a fate worse than death. Like, I mean, that's... yeah, that's a thing, I guess.
It's so stupid.
Very stupid. It's not that intimidating. It's like, if I was say a sadomasochist and I love BDSM, that's like a dream come true. I don't see how that's a fate worse than death, if anything. I think like eternal torture would make sense, or being trapped in a realm where he literally is tormented for all eternity, or some crazy shit. I don't know, something outside the box that would seem horrifying, and just, or like for JoJo's, for example, when Diavolo experiences the infinite death loop, to where he'll never understand how he really died, and so as a result, he's stuck in the loop of deaths, to where he dies infinite amount of times in infinitely different ways. One time he's stabbed to death by a homeless guy. Second, he's in a morgue autopsy room where he's basically like still alive, but he can't move his body because he's numb, and he's feeling as they cut him open and stuff. And then he gets run over by a car, and then any other deaths after that are left to be ambiguous, because we'll never know how many deaths that go on and on and on because of that infinite. That to me is a fate worse than death than, say, being bound in chains in BDSM gear in a like, that's not intimidating, that's just ridiculously silly. Alright, on to mission 3. Then after that, 2 missions.
I love only Virgil, some gameplay and song in this game.
You remember this
Yeah.
place?
Oh yeah, here we go. Here's some lovely
I remember
backstory
coming
they're
here.
gonna try and give us. Wait for it.
My mother used
Just
to
wait
bring us
for
here.
it.
Tell me everything.
Some things have always been. There have always been angels. There have always been demons. And there have always been at war.
Now look at this
9
awesome
millennia
graffiti.
ago, one demon rose through the ranks to take power over the dark hordes. The strongest, the cruelest. Mundus.
It's Mundus.
But Mundus did not rise alone. At his right hand was his most trusted lieutenant, his blood brother.
Sparta.
Yeah, Captain
Sparta betrayed him.
Obvious.
He fell in love with an angel, Eva.
As to why, we will
The
never
secret
know.
union between angel and demon was inconceivable,
Yeah, no shit.
but it happened. and with it came new life. Twin boys. You and I. A hybrid of the warring angel and demon races.
Oh no.
When Mundus learned of Sparta's betrayal, his fury knew no limit. He hunted the lovers down.
Great depiction of Mundus.
Evil was murdered by his own hand. And for Sparta, he demanded a more brutal fate. Endless punishment and pain.
AKA BDSM bondage.
But even as evil was destroyed, and Sparta was imprisoned for eternity, each knew that
Evil
the
was
seeds
killed,
of their
not
revenge had already
destroyed.
been sown.
Rephrase that.
Because according to legend, the only beings that can slay a demon king are Nephilim, a hybrid of angel and demon.
Look at this beautiful moral to
Those hybrids
kind
now
of
exist.
nail that
You and
even
I.
further. Oh yeah, and you know how all the pronunciations are wrong so far? Just
Demons
wait, it
in
gets
human
better.
form is so ugly.
Just wait for it.
Mundus believed that only one child was born. But there were two Nephilim, and each had been hidden well. Sparta armed his sons. The rebellion for Dante. The Yamato for Virgil.
It's Yamato, not Yamato.
So,
God damn it.
Mundus killed our mom and imprisoned our dad.
Yes.
And we're the offspring of angels and demons.
Oh look, happy
Demon
family
father, angel
symbolism.
mother. We are Nephilim. The only ones that can slay the Demon King.
Good. How?
You tell me.
Spotter. Fucking demon collaborators.
Oh my
Being dragged into
god.
limbo. I'll find Kat. She'll get you
Yeah,
out.
expect that to
Stand
happen
firm.
a lot, where he just minding his own business and all of a sudden, Dante, and he's pulling the limbo. That's a dumb recurring theme that always happens in this game, and I hate it. Just wait. Oh, now you tell me about fucking style rankings after I literally just kind of know what they do? Thanks, game.
Dante, the gateway's ready. Come on.
Thank
Demon
you, Cat.
sounds like a zombie sound.
Well, I mean, I don't know. How do you make a demon sound intimidating with a chainsaw except for it to scream like a raging fucking lunatic? That's your only solution. Obviously. Make him Leatherface. Just make him scream like a zombie, or at least. I don't know. There's some things about this game that I think are interesting. The sound design is one of them. So, yeah, there are instances where the sound design in this game I think is phenomenal, but yeah, when it comes to some of the demon sounds, yeah, they could at least had a little bit more time in the oven to cook around before they just said, yeah, just make him scream. That's what we want. Let's just give him the COD zombie scream. Sure, let's do that. That's totally... Or it's gonna be a stock sound like effect. It could be either or, and it's whatever.
Dante, over here.
What difficult is it?
About the same as we usually do. Devil Hunter, normal mode. shall I do? Do I get a new ability?
Can you get across?
Hint, hint.
I'll have to find another way.
HUD in DMC Devil May Cry so boring.
Oh, it sure as hell fucking is. I will not lie. It's so basic, so uninteresting looking. It's... yeah, and the DT gauge... I don't know, it's like, it doesn't even look nearly as interesting as, say, I don't know, all the other HUDs from the original series, or even DMC 2. And that's giving that game a compliment.
Another blue rose.
Hey, new power-up.
Please give me a chance to show you.
This HUD like a basic HUD in games.
Oh, absolutely. There's no uniqueness to it, other than the fact that, oh, it's got a spray paint decal of Dante on it, so it's... No. It's so generic looking, it actually makes me want to vomit at times. It's really uninteresting. And that's the least of the thing. Like, it's like they didn't even think about that in a, like, post. They said, oh, yeah, we'll just leave it in there. We'll probably tweak it later. And they never did. And they said, launch it. Wait, we forgot. You know what? It'll be fine. Yeah, thanks, designers. You really outdid yourselves here. Good job. Oh, yeah, and this is the boost we need. Watch, it's really fun. I may not have it be able to fly in my DT, but I can fly outside of it. Kind of.
Smoking sexy savage sweet style. Emoji bitch.
Getting the hang of this.
Yeah, you sure are, Dante. Don't keep it up. You're totally impressing me. Mother's a ghost.
This is human affliction. You are not human, Dante. doing with your...
Thanks, voice in my head, for reminding me. Oh, look, he has a crossbow now, and you're gonna
Flying
die.
rats.
Hey son, you want some power? Guess what? You're gonna have to wait till we get later on. Triple S, motherfucker.
Cat, on my way.
Hold on first, I must get the secrets. At least the ones I can get for now. Secret door. Oh yeah, I just need a few more fragments and then bada bing, bada boom. Got a new health upgrade. Oh yeah, this one I fucking remember you.
Dad, why you in this bad game? I don't want to talk about that.
Wow, so challenging. Dad, why are you bad? Because I can. Because I have motives. Because I am good. Mundus bad. Humans dumb. Me smart. That's about the long and short of his goddamn goals in this game. But they're secrets, so you don't want to know, which always made me laugh. It's like, you know, you can't hide that when it's so fucking crystal clear what you're trying to do. Like, it's so fucking obvious, even a blind man can see it. Like, the fact that Dante's so gullible enough to not kind of doubt this just shows you how much of an idiot he kind of is. He'll get enemy step anyway, yeah. Yo, cat, did you check out my sweet new floaty moves? I made that hovering real good.
Silver Sacks Tower. The world's most powerful investment.
Silver Sacks. Yeah, work on that title, buddy.
CEO, Kyle Ryder. A human vessel. The physical manifestation of Mundus, the Demon King. Through debt, he controls everything. To Mundus, the world is a factory farm for human souls. And he likes to keep his animals monitored.
Social commentary.
The monitoring is done by the Raptor News Corporation. A global network of CCTV cameras, satellites, and spies.
Oh yeah, and the shaky camera is really fucking annoying to look at.
What is it?
It's in your hand. Planet Earth's most popular soft drink, Virility. The demons have spiked it. It's okay. It has no effect on us, only humans. Phlebotomy in a can.
Yeah, that soda was bad anyway, and
So what's the
also,
plan?
yeah, wow, great first shot there,
That's the
Dante.
Hellgate.
Real cool you
A
are.
conduit from which Mundus draws his power. While he's connected to the Hellgate, he's immortal. But we get him away from the Hellgate, and our swords will do the rest.
So, how do we do that?
We get his attention. Mundus is petty. He's impulsive. If we hit him where it hurts, let his anger rule him, I believe we can draw him out.
Yeah, that's a good
Okay,
idea. Let's
so
piss him
to
off.
kill Mundus, we need to drag him away from the Hellgate. We do that by pissing him off.
Roughly speaking, yes.
And we piss him off by taking out the Raptor News Network and Virility.
That's it.
Nero,
Which one do you
let's
wanna do first?
download DMC Devil May Cry. Virgil, don't do this please Nero, this is gonna be hurt, trust me.
Yeah, imagine if this was canon and they say, hey, what happened to your emo phase? I don't want to talk about it. Even if it was like a soft little joke, or it was like, hey, it was like the quote, I'm super best friends. Hey, what was it? Like, why don't you wear that Halloween costume anymore? I don't want to talk about it. And you know what I mean? Like a subtle jab. That would have been funny, but oh well. Oh well. Alright, one more mission after this, and oh yeah, this is one of those moments I mentioned where the stupidity of him being noticed by literally every demon he encounters.
This is just joke.
Yep, and it gets funnier as we go along in terms of the irony of it. Watch. Just watch when Dante makes an ass of himself yet again and gets back into limbo. It's so stupid. Just watch.
They're aware of you now, Dante, so stay low. Mundus doesn't know I exist, so I'll remain hidden until we're ready to strike. Cat knows the Virility Factory, what lies beneath you. She will be your guide.
It'll kill you.
Yeah. Son of Sparta, everybody. The world's greatest fucking moron on a frickin' planet.
Yeah, you dragged me into limbo.
What? How?
Wow, nice lip animations not being there. You really paid attention. What? How? I don't know. You literally just saw me knock that fucking can out of that fat guy's hand. Cat, I don't know. You tell me, how did I get into limbo? I drew attention. The one thing I was told not to do. God damn it, you're an
The camera
idiot,
spotted
man.
you. They must have been looking out for you. You'll have to take it out.
I know. Here comes trouble.
I'm not safe here.
Link up.
Yeah, please. Miss, oh, I'm better than Lady, and I'm a strong character. Despite the fact that I'm basically exposition dump and damsel, possibly. Yeah, I gotta love how they how the guy director for this said, oh yeah, we were. Oh, I mean, it's so American, that's why it's weird. just very distressing. Ah, crap. Booyah, motherfucker.
I'm gonna get up there and rip you apart.
Very solid line delivery there. You sure you don't want another take of that, bud? No? Okay, I guess that's... Yeah, we're sticking with that? Okay, we're sticking with that. Good job. I mean, there are moments where I do think the line delivery should have had a second go. Because it's so flat, and I think it's like, oh no, it's supposed to be cringy. Yeah, but at least when Dante did it, it actually added... It was actually charming, because, you know, that's kind of what his character is. He makes a mockery and kind of lives a carefree lifestyle where he simply just doesn't care, and he loves the fact...
Have so many songs.
Yeah, so many songs from basically 2 different fucking bands. Both of which are pretty solid on their own when not associated with this goddamn game. Even though I think their music isn't everyone's cup of tea, obviously.
Hey, Snake Eye.
Wow, what a taunt that was. Snake Eye, hey. No, hey, keep your eye on the ball, or hi, or oi. Like, spy on this, I don't know, you have a million cliches to pull out of your ass, and you came up with that.
Someone doesn't want me here.
Yeah, no shit.
The city itself is trying to stop you.
Oh, there you are.
Great.
Virgil sent me the camera locations for this area.
Okay.
Best avoid them if we can. Follow me.
Yeah, I'm gonna see how long that lasts before we say, yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. We need tension. Hey, let's put more cameras in here. Look, there's a camera, cat. Let's that shit. Yeah, this is... And you would have thought all this would have prevented if Dante didn't just smack that fucking drink out of that fat ass's hand and just, I don't know, put his fucking hood over his head. Because it's right goddamn there, and it would be perfect for concealing him. But he didn't do that. I also can't go that way, so you know what?
What the hell?
Oh yeah, this enemy. You know how I said DMC 2 rules? Yeah, DMC 2 rules applied here. Where it just says, oh yeah, just shoot this enemy and your problem will be solved. That is one of them.
Nicely done, girls.
And I hate the fact he talks to his gun like they're actually, like, living things. Jesus Christ, what a sad sack of shit. Oh look, he does a shield now! Oh, ain't that a fucking adorable? Oh yeah, and I'm aiming with the reticle, and it's not on. I don't know why the UI for the lock, yeah, the reticle for the lock-on is not on, and I don't know why. That is strange. They need to fix that. Because it's a big budget game. I mean, it's gotta have effects, especially if it's gotta be Western, because, you know, everything has to look nifty and strange and weird. Because, you know, that's just how game design is now. I hate it. Or at least... Like, yeah, games need to have nice, shiny effects. They don't, actually. You don't have to put every goddamn effect in the budget you can afford to put it all in, when you could have, I don't know, upgraded the engine to be something a little more, less shitty. Like the Unity engine at that time. Like, you could have upgraded it. Or, I don't know, come up with your own goddamn engine. I don't know, fucking think outside the box, dipshit. Come on, think about it. You know what I mean? Like, so many weird inconsistencies with the way that this game's visuals work is... There's so many goddamn particle effects and vice versa that it kind of does look way too goddamn flashy, and it just distracts you more than it amazes you, even though... What sadistic piece of Why did I do that? Never mind. What sadistic retard would be so fucking impressed by that?
This isn't good.
And the dialogue also doesn't help it either.
It's the walls.
There you are.
Out of here.
Here I am. Yeah, great way to reinforce the obvious, my friend. You truly are the protagonist material. Oh look, more cameras. Oh, and a new enemy. Psych, it's not the new enemy, it's just a different variant. He got ice power now.
Come on!
It's a death knight, but he's blue now. So you have to kill him because he's new. Let's just reuse assets. That'll be the trick. Wow, that was so easy, I barely even tried. It's basically doing what DMC2 did, where as long as you don't get hit and you spam the specific amount of combos, you will be able to maintain a style ranking that is as high as triple S indefinitely. Like, you know you clearly don't get the style system if it's that fucking easy to maintain, as long as I don't get hit, and I actually spam the exact same amount of attacks as long as I switch weapons and remind myself to switch weapons, then yes, I shall be basically set for life. You absolute fucking idiot. That is not how the style system works. You are bad for trying. Or no, not for trying, for not understanding. Hello, secret door. One of secret doors. Yeah, one of two. Which I know where it is, I remember from memory when I played this way back when. Oh, right, one of these fucking ones. Oh, Jesus Christ, I hate these types. I hate gauntlet levels like this. Alright, but here we go. Man, it also doesn't help that I'm running at the speed of a fucking tortoise taking a shit. It's... Oh. Okay. I would have not known to go that way. Had the game not just literally said, hey, it's not obvious, but go this way. Thanks. Thanks, player's guide. Oh my god, 20 seconds. I'll never make it. And then again, I said it was simple, but trust me, it gets even less likely to be that way, but you'll see. You'll see. Oh look, we got a health cross. Hooray. Still think Blue Orb would have been much more visually impressive and not as bland as fucking sand is, basically. Bland as sand, whatever.
I hate time levels in games.
As do I, because if they're not implemented correctly, it'll just feel like it's padding, or at least trying to make... Or it's like you trying to sustain a fucking... Yeah, it's like you're just adding padding at that regard, and I hate when games add padding. That was a terrible yell.
More.
You feel like such a knob when you do that.
Over here, Dante. We're clear.
Wow, lovely animation you did there, Kat. I am so happy I know you. Oh yeah, my favorite is when they apparently added a patch to where they put a fucking stupid hat on a Virgil, and then they patch that fucking thing out, and he doesn't have a hat anymore, and I'm like, why would you give him a hat in the first place? Why does he need a hat? If he's only going to use it one time, I'm sure.
Those spells can take hours, if not days, to prepare.
So I'm going to put it in a can,
because
because that's how that works.
And they do with cheese. Where'd you learn this stuff?
Virgil taught me the basics of demonology and occultism.
Of course he did.
Felt I had natural talent for it.
Okay,
Said it would help me to focus on something constructive instead of...
Yeah.
Instead of what?
Yeah, instead of what? Elaborate.
Instead of focusing on nightmares.
And those are.
Okay. There you
Okay,
go.
cool. We're just gonna cut it there.
Shit. Cops. I gotta go. I'll find Joe.
Oh, yeah, cause yeah, sure.
Take
Like
out
the
the
cops
camera.
know who. Like the cops know who you are anyway. What do you have to be afraid of, honestly? Why did that hurt me? You know what? I don't care anymore. Oh, you're telling me that doesn't work now, so I have to do it the normal way?
What do you think about Cat in DMC Devil May Cry?
Boring, bland, uninteresting, weak as shit, cannot fight to save her goddamn life. Basically, just exposition dump, or just there because love interest, possibly. Like, that is all she is either damsel, I'm sure, exposition dump, or love interest. She has no absolute likable personality traits other than you should feel bad because she had nightmares or whatever. And it's like, yeah, but can I have at least an arc, like an actual arc she has, where she actually can fight for and fend for herself instead of, you know, just being useless in that regard? Because outside of anything, she is not useful in a fight. She's only there for exposition, to be a love interest or a damsel, or to get us from point A to point B because she has magic. Like, it just feels like a knockoff version of Lady and or Trish minus the uniqueness.
Come on then, you little shit.
Oh yeah, and the gratuitous amounts of swearing. I hate. Like, I hate when you have to, like, make a game, like a movie R-rated, so you say, yeah, they're gonna swear a bunch. That'll make it mature. Yeah, because that's what grown-ups, this is how grown-ups talk. Her character is not that interesting.
Yeah, we're
and
good to go.
There's a lot of instances of this game's like gratuitous natures at times that really like annoy me because it's like I hate when like writers think that's exactly what needs to be established in order for an R rating or an M for mature rating to be truly signified as, yeah, let's make them cuss a bunch, even if it's completely unnecessary at times. Because that just makes your character seem really immature, or just shows that you actually clearly don't know how to write mature stories without seeming like this is what it sounds like, or if he says fuck a bunch, that's funny, or something like that. Like, that's not funny or interesting, that's just really stupid. Like, ridiculously stupid.
Ah, great.
Oh, look, it's a church. Throws your own buddy, dipshit. Made my job so much easier. And dead. Because I'm sure he liked the visuals of it, and because it was something because it was different for him. And also because, you know, I think it was also like a breather for him to not be pressured to make another Devil May Cry. Because, you know, I'm sure like after the fact that he had to make 4, and I'm sure half of the development costs or the years of development that were left in the project were rushed and whatnot.
Cat, you there? Can you hear me?
Oh, look at you. Aren't you fucking interesting?
Who invited you, fat ass?
Yeah, great, Dante. This is our hero, folks. Ow.
The fatter they are,
The fatter they are, the harder they fall. Oh my god. What edgelord angsty dickhead wrote this shit? Because that is the dumbest line I've ever fucking heard. I am running, Mom. Look at me. Can't you see I'm running? But the rebel will not let me run away. Oh, a convenience. Yep. Well, I mean, the demons are also just so just weird. They're not that memorable. They're very basic at times, like generic, creepy, like baby demon things. Whereas the other ones actually look like demons.
I just seem to drag on forever. Church.
Fuck off. Fuck right off that dumb line you just said. Like, if that isn't the most angsty thing some teenager would say, then yeah, there's your proof that those people say that.
Remember his face, people. If you see him, inform the police immediately, but do not approach him. He has a history of
that seemed like a weird cut there.
And is a known sexual deviant.
Thank you for the information.
This is Bob Barbas, just doing God's work.
Yeah, I could definitely tell you're gonna be boss. Oh my Christ. On the last mission for this episode, and I can call this a first-parter, truly, because, yeah. Holy fuck. Yeah, it gets rough, folks, and yeah. Remember how she said those nightmares? Yeah. Expect her to not explain them ever in a way that actually makes sense. Let's see, yes, increase that, and, yeah, let's increase that too. Damn it, can't do it yet. I don't need item finder. I think I can find them on my own. Not to mention there's some bosses in here that absolutely suck balls. Not gonna spoil, like not gonna spoil some, but remember the Savior? We're gonna be doing another one of those in soon.
As a child, I explored the whole facility unseen. I
Yeah.
sensed a demon under the factory. Succubus. An ancient one.
Ah, succubus, of
I
course.
believe it's the source of the psychotropic ingredient.
Psychotropic.
That's what they use to control us.
Welcome, visitors, to the Virility Factory. Virility's secret ingredient is what makes Virility the #1 soft drink in the world.
Oh boy.
And best of all, it has been scientifically proven to improve weight loss by 21% and enhance sexual performance
Virgil
by
Classic
63%.
Series, show me your
Gotta be like
motivation.
the fall
Dante
from this
DMC Devil May Cry.
If you're told
What?
something's true often,
Virgil,
you tend to
OS
believe
if you are not true. Dante, emoji big
Told me I was
smile.
crazy for seeing
Yep.
demons.
Yeah. They tried telling me I was a basket case, too.
Oh look, we're
Wanted to put me on
developing.
drugs. Said it would make me better.
Mm-hmm.
They lied. They just wanted to keep me weak, docile.
Social commentary.
How did you figure it all out?
Virgil pulled me out of the nightmare.
You keep saying that.
When the people you're supposed to trust most turn out to be demon scum.
Demon
Lives really do
scum.
open up to evil everywhere. I took a stand, fought back, killed, no matter the consequences.
I killed the Nemean lion.
So I chose my path and I lived by it.
Oh my
But after all
god.
that anger, violence,
Really?
and death, you have to dig deep. Dig into your own heart. To see if you're still sane.
Oh,
If you can still call
look
yourself
at that. I'm being poetic. I literally ripped into my own chest and tried to see if my heart, to see if I still had a heart. Oh, isn't that just fucking dandy? Secret ingredient. Oh, is this gonna be a Slurm from Futurama reference? Because I can feel it.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is where the magic ingredients are mixed together to give
Oh,
you a
gee.
unique taste of virility.
The succubus is hidden deep inside the factory, but there is no
That
physical way
lighting
to
in the
reach it from our
background,
world.
you just saw that,
Only
right?
From limbo.
That was
There's a
awful.
rift inside.
Rest assured that it has been deemed both safe and beneficial by our trustworthy and ethical scientists.
Oh my god. Yeah, you're gonna hear a lot of this stupid, like commercialism, like anti-commercialism,
This way, I think.
/ capitalist.
You said you've been here
bullshit.
before.
Yes, but it was during an out-of-body experience years ago.
Yeah.
Flying around in spirit form.
Yeah, in limbo.
DMC
Virgil says it
Devil
could be
May
an
Cry
effective
has
intelligence
ugly face
gathering tool, but I
animation.
can't do it
Yep.
at will.
So, how did you do it before?
It was triggered by extreme psychosomatic trauma.
Yeah.
Nightmares.
But you still need
What
to
are the
explain.
nightmares?
It's in the past now.
No. You don't get to do that. You don't just get to fucking say, nope, can't explain it. You're gonna save that for later. No. You're gonna explain it now while it's still a topic of conversation that is occurring between these two characters. You don't just ditch a fucking exposition dump there and then wait for it. It's lazy and you know it.
This is where they store the merchandise ready for export.
Yeah.
It's
What a
funny.
storeroom is.
What is?
I expected it to be bigger. A lot bigger.
Yeah.
I was just a child when I was here, and I was in limbo,
Yeah, sure. That's
What are you
the
doing here?
escaping my nightmares.
Did you just fucking forget the last two conversations,
You
Dante?
came to limbo to escape your nightmares.
Yeah, that's what she just fucking said. 3 times now. How the fuck? Oh my god. I'm literally having an aneurysm from Dante's retardedness right now. How is it he literally just forgot the exact conversation they just goddamn fucking had about the whole nightmares, which she still hasn't explained, and that when she does explain it, I'm sure it's gonna be not nearly as ridiculously, like, edgy as, say, she's trying to make it sound. Like, Dante,
Cool story, cat, but where is action?
exactly, where is action, where is exposition, where is Devil May Cry, what is this abortion you call a story? Like, where's the motivation, where's the plot, what the hell's the point of it? It's not just some anti-commercialist garbage, some anti-commercialist crap I don't clearly give a damn about, and it's just, oh my god, like, You see what I mean when I say I can't handle Dante's stupidity, like where it seems like he's a colossal fucking idiot, where he literally forgets everything that goddamn happens as it happens. Like, I'm speaking from experience. I have those moments, but I am not stupid to the point where I literally forget a conversation that just fucking happened. I don't do that shit. It's only when it comes to forgetting a certain thing I'm supposed to do in a specific day, because there's so many... I'm getting lost in thought, because that's what happens. But you're telling me Dante is such a colossal fucking moron. He literally forgets a conversation he had twice now. Fucking twice. About these nightmares that Kat has, and she still refuses to talk about it. I don't care if it's some PTSD thing, because... doesn't matter. You can still talk about it and still have a moment where you can actually develop.
Once you're in limbo, all you have to do is retrace your steps.
Cool, we're just skipping by that like it didn't happen.
Should be easy enough.
Maybe.
God, this
but the
writing
demons
is
may sense
shit.
you once you're in limbo, so stay alert.
And once I've reached the mixing room,
You'll be able to descend deep down into the factory.
and kill me a succubus.
Yeah. I'm glad you fucking remembered that, Donte.
Okay, it's here.
Oh, are you sure? And spray your magical jizz concoction on the floor and pull me in.
All right,
Beam
see you
me
on
in,
the other
Scott.
side.
As I said, in DmC there's a lot of things they do find interesting, which is the way in which they do the level designs and the visuals for said level designs. It's interesting. And it actually makes it, gives it variety, even though you're in limbo. No other place in hell, or the underworld, or wherever.
Oh, good.
You're right. It's a lot bigger here in Limbo. What next?
Yeah,
Head
no
back
shit.
to the mixing room. I'll meet you there.
What live
Obesity,
stream is gonna be final
stupidity,
about DMC Devil May Cry?
Drink virility.
Oh my god, more social commentary. Gee, I wanted this in my Devil May Cry. Thanks, America. Oh yeah, when it comes to what live stream is going to be the final, the Virgil DLC will be the finale, and it's very short. From what I remember, it's only 6 missions. So, lots of fucking variety there. Yeah, I've been informed that, it's been 6 missions, if I recall correctly. So, yeah, don't expect it to be a long goddamn DLC. And it has a lot of the writing issues I think this one has, from what I've been told, and from what I recall personally. Trust me, a lot of the things I hate about this game is the writing has so many stupid instances where they're trying so hard to stand out that it's becoming parody at this point. Like a parody of itself, but it's unironic, you know what I mean? Like it's an unironic sense of parody. But they don't even it's like Tommy with So levels. They don't realize they're basically being mocked. But they don't realize they're making essentially a giant joke of themselves. Like until, I don't know, much later. In, like, life or some shit. Hello, monsieur. I'm going to set you free. Give me your stuff. Thank you.
What took you so long?
It just infuriates me how this game should have been an intriguing little reimagining, and this is what we wanted. This is what we waited so long for at the time.
DMC Devil May Cry Virgil gameplay like a DMC4 Virgil gameplay.
Oh, I mean, probably, yes. There is no doubt in my mind. Like, listen, there's so many aspects of this game that we will see that I feel don't make much sense, but like, I don't know. For those who've been on my channel for long enough, you know my biggest pet peeve is shit writing. And when I'm exposed to shit writing, I physically can't handle it. It's just, I literally, there are moments where I literally am so dumbfounded I can't goddamn say anything. Like, you know that's bad. When it's that awful, I literally cannot say anything because I'm so dumbfounded by what I'm witnessing. I don't know. It's just ludicrous to see that this was what Capcom wanted, and Ninja Theory, like any good collaborating studio should have, basically did their job as Capcom wanted it. So if anybody is to blame for this, it's Capcom, because at the end of the day, they said, do this. They said, design it like this. Ninja Theory just did their job. So if anything, I'm more pissed at Capcom than Ninja Theory, because it's thanks to their fucking lack of information to give to these people to properly convey what maybe needs to be done to make the game good, or at least sell. And they do it. The Americans know what they're doing, and it's like, you clearly don't get it. Like, you absolutely don't understand how bad this makes it look. And thankfully, they understood the fucking error and basically gave us DMC 5 as like an apology, as well as for Itsuno to get those off his bucket list for his career there. Which alludes that, yeah, he might not come back for Devil May Cry.
Hey, could you point me to the mixing room?
Oh look, it's a fire one. If I use my demon weapons...
Understand why Capcom did DMC series to this company.
Because they didn't know who else to go to. Because they were an unknown studio. I'm sure that they wanted to I don't know how it worked either, but from what I understand, it was basically where they looked for any Western company they could find, or studio. Because mind you, Ninja Theory were not big-time developers. They didn't really have a big franchise of their own that they could make money off of. Until Hellblade became a thing, which happened to be sometime after the events of DMC 5, DMC Devil May Cry's little controversial life in the spotlight, if you get my drift. And essentially, yeah. After Hellblade, they immediately became they got big, at least in their own, and at least as big as they themselves could imagine, at least. And I think for them that was a good achievement, because after the clusterfuck, I'm sure, of collaborating, it's like with what DE did with Warframe. Once they started working on Warframe, they immediately realized that maybe they didn't really take on the task of fucking working on games for big studios anymore. Like what they did with The Darkness 2 and all the other games that they apparently fucking did when they were collaborators with EA, or no, not EA, with 2K and other companies like that, where they didn't really have a game of their own to basically make a lucrative money off of. And then when they eventually did, they became basically independent.
Emoji thumbs up.
And for me, I can understand why Ninja Theory didn't, could have, I'm sure, felt pressure for this, but I don't think the director, Tamim, or whatever his name is, helped when he said that the fans, fuck the old fans, I don't care what they think, basically. And you know that's bad when, if you say your opinion's irrelevant and I don't care, that's not gonna look good for for those fans, if you get what I mean. You know what I mean? Because it just feels like a giant... It's like he's just whipping his dick out and just smacking you in the face with it and saying you have to take it because that's how, because you're a good little bitch, sort of thing. It's like, you really think that's going to make me love your goddamn franchise? You seriously? Mind you, it's they also did the thing where they sequel baited this fucking game so hard. They sequel baited the fuck out of it, thinking, yeah, we're gonna get a sequel. And that never happened because clearly the game was not loved by the fan base, who... Well, I mean, granted, it was split. It was mixed, but a majority of the votes were negative. I mean, the true fans, I think, are ultimately, like, but mind you, if this game didn't happen, DMC 5 would have never existed, and essentially this would be the new canon. And the original, like, Japanese aesthetic, mind you, this whole, like, fiasco was born because the Japanese weren't, like, the Japanese sales weren't meeting as big enough numbers as, say, the West was. And so their solution to combat that was, let's appeal to the West. Even though 4 sold moderately well, to where it didn't outsell 3, but it sold relatively enough to where a sequel would most certainly be welcome. But of course, this was back when they were doing that whole let's appeal to the West like shtick they did back in the mid 2010s going forward up to like recently. Or they kind of realized, yeah, maybe let's not do that, because clearly they preferred the originals more so than this, because, you know, like at the end of the day, that like version of Dante is what people want.
Broke DMC Devil May Cry emoji angry face.
Actually, no. I think the trouble is that they could still make a sequel if enough people mention it, but the problem is, why would you, like, establish 2 continuities at the same time? That really doesn't make... That would really ruin the continuity in terms of consistency. Because if you can't remain consistent, then it will make a lot of people confused, thinking, this must be what Devil May Cry is, and not realizing, no, that's not what Devil May Cry was supposed to be. Like every parent that thought, oh, like I want to play Devil May Cry, and then this game was like what that like was on shelves, and not like say 4, that I'm sure most people didn't realize existed, and they said, oh, this looks like this must be what the game they're talking about, and then it's like, no, that's not the game they were referring to, but you know what, you get an A for trying at least. And I don't know, there's just so many elements of this game that I feel just could have had more time in the oven in terms of... But I think also the reason people hate it is because, as it's been demonstrated, the story is garbage at times. Like, it has moments where it's so horribly written, character motivations are so ass backwards or just non-existent, and it's just basically the toxicity of the way that the director said, fuck the true fans, because mind you, the true fans are essentially what going to make or break the sales of this game. And maybe you pissing them off by saying, oh, I don't care what you think, I'm making this whether you like it or not, will ultimately, like, decide whether or not that becomes a massive hit. And, yeah, while the critics may have liked it, I don't trust critics, because their fucking opinions literally are so... You can purchase their goddamn... You can literally buy their opinions if you're that convincing enough. Ultimately, though, it's like, also the fact that some of their criticisms don't make sense at times, because trust me, you'll know what a true review is when you know when you can tell they actually played the game to understand how certain things worked and how certain criticisms were applied and vice versa. Again, if you can't even do that, then yeah, there is literally no way in hell that this is going to be manageable. Like, yeah, it's not going to be manageable in terms of, like, longevity, because fans will...
I don't trust critics.
Neither do I. In fact, a lot of the times critics disagreed on games I liked, I said, what the fuck do you mean it sucked? Like, what's your reasoning? And the reasoning was so ridiculously stupid. Like, Death Stranding, they said, oh, it was too boring. Or, like, this and that. Oh, but you give... It's like, oh, but by your logic, any game that's the opposite of this, like, say, oh, I don't know. It's like, I can't find another game to compare it to. It's like, oh, but you'll give games like this, like example A, B, and C this rating because it's not boring. Okay, I'll give you an example. It's like, oh, but you'll give Borderlands, or it's like, no, it's like not Borderlands, no. What's a terrible game that they gave a review to that I don't agree with? Oh yeah, what was it, when they originally did the No Man's Sky review, it's like, oh, like, it's like you're gonna praise this game, like, because, or no. It's like I can't think of a game to compare Death Stranding to is the problem, because Death Stranding is its own unique thing, and Kojima said it was gonna be divisive, and knowing this, they should have realized that not everybody was going to fucking like the game. And what do you know? He was right. And they obviously just didn't appreciate what he was trying to say, because they simply look at it as a game journalist and not as somebody who just clearly was enjoying a game of an experience. Or it's like you're going to give, let's see, you're going to give The Last of Us 2 a 10 out of 10, but you're going to give Death Stranding a fucking low score because it was boring, whereas The Last of Us 2 was infuriatingly stupid. So you're gonna give Death Stranding a low score because it's either pretentious or it's boring. But The Last of Us 2 isn't pretentious, boring, and kind of forced. And trust me, the story in that game is absolute garbage. I mean, have you seen the reviews from actual players? Yeah, I mean, well, granted, some of them I don't think are necessary, but if I'm gonna admit one thing, The Last of Us 2 story was absolute shit. Like, if you want to talk about a story that was trying to literally force the goddamn messages down your goddamn throat like you were being literally suffocated by a goddamn massive bad dragon dildo strap-on.
You're absolutely right.
Then what makes you think Death Stranding is any different? Because at least that game actually had a message where it was about not being divisive or expressing hatred. It was about unity, unification, standing together in times of crisis, and how connection is the future, and how he sees that. And it's like, how do you, like, give that a fucking terrible score because it doesn't appeal to your standards? But Last of Us 2 gets all the fucking praises and is apparently Game of the Year, despite the fact that it clearly doesn't earn it because the players didn't like that game. And the critics, mind you, the critics basically make the Game Awards their personal bitch, to where our votes are second best. Yeah, where our vote is second best, whereas theirs is the overall, is really the big, like, deciding factor. And it's like, you're gonna give that game all the praises and suck its dick, whereas say, oh look, more gratuitous swearing, that really doesn't add anything. Expect more of that stupid gratuitous amounts of swearing and profanity in here. But yeah, as I was saying, it's like, Death Stranding at least actually had a message to say, and it actually did it in a way that wasn't so fucking forced, compared to, say, Last of Us, where revenge is bad. Here, you're gonna kill people with names who have lives, and you're bad if you're, like, don't agree with this. And it's like, shut the fuck up, Neil Druckmann, you pretentious cocksucker. I don't need you to tell me.
DmC Devil May Cry is easy game for DmC fans.
I know, and it's like that. I think that isn't a bad thing, but at the same time, it may feel kind of insulting to newer fans because they literally, like, remember, DmC 2 is still a thing, and that game is retardedly easy at times. It's easy to maintain a high style ranking, and basically the whole solution to that is basically shoot your enemies a bunch, and they'll die. Never rely on swords, just shoot them a bunch because fuck, you know, balancing weapons and stuff like that. And I don't agree with that ultimately. The fact that DmC 2 is so ridiculously easy because the game developers, as I'm sure you know in the history, is that it was being developed at the same time as DmC 1 was being shipped. So by the time DmC 2 was made,
where the hell is that mixing room?
By the time DmC 2 was being made, they had no real reference to go off of based on the success of DmC 1 until like 6 months into its like latter half of development, basically. Yeah, after 6 months into its like final quote unquote stages of development, where it was not complete, it was a fucking mess, nothing was really done in like the grand scheme, and it just felt very, very unfinished in places, and the AI in that game speaks for itself in that regard. And when it comes to DmC, at least the AI in this game actually is finished, although it's not as polished because it's so fucking easy. Like, my thing is, though, it's like when it comes to veterans, they want a system that's complicated and actually invites, you know, like, actually experimenting with weapon switching and stuff, whereas in this game, it doesn't really do that as much as long as you spam this specific combo, like, as many times as you can physically muster, then yes, you can
DMC
physically...
like a very bad version of DMC 1.
Well, no, that's the thing, is it was made by a completely different team as DMC 1 was being developed, and it was done... I think it was explained in Matt McMuscles, or Matt McMuscles' What Happened series explains that. Explains the development cycle of what the hell happened with both this game and DMC 2, and it speaks volumes as to what the hell was wrong with it. And the long and short answer is, it was all fucking Capcom's fault. They wanted money, and they wanted it so bad, they literally said, fuck the people who were involved, we're just gonna push this out there. And we're gonna do it anyway. And it's like, I hate that mentality because it just says you clearly are only concerned about maintaining money and franchises over, say, I don't know, making a solid game that can last generations. And it's like, it took you years to get back to your, to get back into the good graces of the fandom by not only giving us DMC 5, but giving us the RE2 remake, the Resident Evil 3 remake. It was a short one, but it was still an overall excellent experience. Which also got shafted in the Game Awards this year, shockingly. And then it gave us Street Fighter 5, but it also kind of fucked itself with Street Fighter 5 because it did what Street Fighter 5 did, where microtransactions and all that bullshit. But when it comes to all their other games outside of it, yeah, they brought some old franchises back and they maintained them. They made Resident Evil 7, and they're making Resident Evil 8. There's literally so many games they're working on that they are clearly caring about the fans' opinion, because they realize if they don't have fan bases, they can't make money, and if they have no money, well, they're fucked, essentially. And I like that they learned that lesson, and that they learned that maybe we should really think about if a series isn't doing well. If it doesn't sell enough to the point where it's like, okay, it's like, my only advice would be, if you're gonna reboot a game, wait until you see the actual sales numbers. If they don't exceed any of the other entries in the series, then you reboot it from scratch. Or you keep making them until you realize, yeah, it's not as popular as it was, so... they'll either do one of two things. Keep running that series into the ground and essentially... basically just make it a goddamn... not a shadow of its former self, looking at you, Resident Evil 6... only to then re-envision it, reinvigorate it, and essentially give it a second life by implementing elements from the past, from your past creations, to give it a new sense of originality, hence Resident Evil 7. And then, of course, it's like giving it the sequelitis treatment only to then do a soft reboot where it's still a sequel, but it's a soft reboot. Or reboot the entire goddamn continuity, and completely change everything that people liked about the originals. But that can also be good, or that can actually have a positive and a negative if you do it right. If you do it wrong, however, yeah, no one's gonna be fans of it. And DMC actually has those problems, I will admit. Where it has moments where it could have had more time to develop if the actual writing staff understood what the hell they were doing. And actually knew a goddamn thing about Devil May Cry's plot and what made it so good. Oh look, here's the secret ingredient. It's literally the Slurm episode from fucking Futurama. All over again, except way grosser. Yeah, get a good look, Dante. You've been drinking whatever the fuck this shit is. Yeah, you've been drinking this shit. How do you feel, Dante? How do you feel drinking disgusting schlop like this? Clearly you must feel good. Gotta love the commentary here.
What
the fucking...
in the shitting hell is going on here?
That's not a thing you just said there.
DMC Devil May Cry has many negative things for me.
Guessing our succubus is on the other end of that.
Yeah.
This way. This way.
Yeah, Dante. That would explain a lot of things if it was down. Not up. Down.
Trouble. Give me a minute.
Be careful.
Yeah, thanks. Glad you care, Cat. look, it's these guys again.
So which one of you fat asses wants to be Limbo's biggest loser? You've been eliminated.
You've been eliminated. What a fucking finishing line that was, Dante.
Congratulations. You win.
God, Dante, your line delivery with these punchlines is not even fucking charming. They're just awful. Like, I get that's probably intentional, but Jesus Christ, is it so fucking obvious that you're forcing it. It's like, yeah, say what you will about Dante, yeah, they were pretty cringy, but they at least made you laugh because of how over-the-top and silly it was. Because that's what his charm was. And the fact that you're just doing it just like any angsty teenager in a serious action film would do it, you're like, yeah, I'm edgy, so I don't joke much. When I do one-liners, I do it as seriously as possible. It's like, you know that's not how that works,
Dante,
right?
you okay? That looked pretty nasty.
That? Nah, that was just a big fat joke.
Oh, what is... Oh,
Let's go
look,
get
2
this
fat
succubus.
jokes in one fucking sentence. And one fucking mission. My God, Dante, you are just a savant of dialogue, aren't you? I can't wait to hear the next dialogue exchange in the next mission. And oh my God, the next dialogue in the next mission, I swear to God, is so fucking awful that it literally is just nothing but an exchange of fuck you, no, fuck you. Like, a person wrote this thinking this was good. Think about that, folks. Somebody actually sat down, wrote this script saying, yes, yes, this is what I want. And nobody asked any questions. Oh, I'm grateful Hellblade's a thing, because there's no way this would have been a proper series knowing what we know now, but yes. Alright, that's enough cringe for one day. So yeah, now that is an actual proper half of a first episode now, I can properly go through the next 5 missions as we go along. Albeit, despite my wishes not to.
Virgil Classic Series, congratulations, you are asshole. Dante reboot. Why Virgil? Because you are idiot.
Yep, although Virgil never swears, has not sworn once. Yeah, Virgil oddly has not sworn compared to, say, Dante, or even Nero especially. Or Nico either, so yeah, I don't know if he would ever say that, but in the context of the meme, yes, that is exactly how it would be the case. Because this Dante is a massive fucking moron, as it was demonstrated in the last mission of this episode. He just literally asked the same fucking question 3 goddamn consecutive times. And the fact that this is supposed to be a relatable protagonist, it just doesn't even feel like it's fucking real. It's absurd, but it's real, and fucking hell, Capcom wanted this, and they got it. And I'm happy they finally managed to see, maybe let's not do that. And they did what Cartoon Network did after their stupid live action phase in the early, into the mid to late, early, 2000s.
Is this last mission in this live stream?
Yes. The last mission we just did was, Mission 5 was the last mission, and I just want to end this so I can stop my tangents and rants, because this game definitely happens to pull these out of me, but yes. Yeah, this is the last episode. Yeah, that mission we just did was the last one. So yeah, to end this tangent of rants, I'm gonna say this: there's a lot of aspects of this game I like. Visually, it has moments where it shines. Narratively, it could have used some work. Dialogue-wise, fucking goddamn it, it's like someone from DeviantArt or Tumblr wrote this thinking it was actually cool. Like, it's not. This is like something somebody from Hot Topic would fucking think is cool. And,
Congratulations, you did this.
yes, Capcom, congratulations. You wanted this, you got it, and thankfully you understood the error of your ways and gave us DMC 5 and basically redeemed yourselves until you're eventually going to probably tackle this anyway. My thing is, if you're going to reboot a Devil May Cry game, reboot 2, because that game deserves a proper, like, that game deserves to actually have a proper, arc, or actually, no, a proper fucking reworking to where it actually can be consistent, and in terms of the timeline, it will actually make sense. Because I feel Itsuno should, if he is going to finish, if he's not going to make any more Devil May Cry games after 5, I think what better way to properly have a send-off than to go back to where he originally started, and basically go back to the days of when he had to work on 2, and essentially do it better. Do it the right way, make it an actual game that doesn't feel like it's like a smorgasbord of different fucking visions that have culminated into a Frankenstein's monster, and then that'll be that. And if they want to do a reboot, make a sequel to this, fucking, they'll have to find somebody else to do it, because Ninja Theory clearly are busy with Hellblade, and Hellblade 2, of course, so, yeah. There's no point in them doing another one, so, yeah, anyway. I'm done with my tangents. I'm going to end this episode. So this is now a proper first episode. At least a half of it, but whatever. So yeah, next episode we're going to do the next.
You're right.
So yeah, I'm glad you agree. So yeah, next episode we're going to do the next 5 missions, and as I said, mission 6, expect those stupid dialogue options I like dialogue choices I said to make an appearance again, and just be stupid as all hell. And yeah. Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, farewell. Yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Wait, no, tomorrow's the 23rd, so yeah, I'll be able to do one more episode of this, at least if I can do it. And then I have to take a break for Christmas, and then after, like, Christmas is over, I might come back. We'll see. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.